We ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our February 2022 board meeting of Anime Twin Cities Incorporated. I am Mass Dave, and I'd like to welcome you all to coming here. We're probably going to make this quick because we all have a lot to do. It's coming up, and we should all be excited, but I know my table is full. So, first of all, I am not aware of any off-meeting board situation that occurred from last year to this year. I mean, last month to this month. Anyway, so we're going to skip that part. Now we go to the open session. Now, I'm not aware, or nor I've been provided any information that there are people who wish to address the board in the open session. But we will wait a few minutes for the chat to say if somebody wanted to bring up a topic. Tristan, do you have access to the chat?
Yes, can we say?
Sure. No, take your time.
I'm watching it too over here.
All right,
Thank you.
Just so Tristan's not doing too many things.
no, I started it up and it's the pictures were all wonky, so I had
saw
to
that.
adjust the screen.
No, take your time.
Nobody's saying anything.
There are only two people.
Okay.
One of them's me.
No, there should be three. 1, 2, button says 3.
There's only three people.
Unless buttons
Yeah,
does.
1, 2, and number 3.
Okay. Well, this is really good then. So, okay, if anybody does have anything they want to bring up, please let the chat know and I'll be alerted. Thank you very much. Planned discussions from scheduled visiting partners, ATC partners. I'm going to use this section here to ask Tristan, who's in charge apparently of our GPS ATC negotiations, to brief us on them.
You have been briefed on. At the moment, we have not had any, and the last couple of times we keep missing each other, and I have, with the hustle and bustle between work and the convention, I have not had a chance to sit down and get another meeting scheduled for the contract
So
negotiation.
we're running out of time.
I am aware.
Has either one of you, either who's handling it for ATC or GPS, sent a proposed renewal contract? I know you haven't discussed anything, but
No.
at least you had proposed contracts sent back and forth.
No, we have not.
Okay. Okay, well, that's all I can ask about that, but because I really can't address that. Okay, were there any equipment rental requests pending?
No.
No, because the only one I know that coming up, well, MarsCon's too late, and MiniCon is rapidly heading to that 90-day limit. Okay, so that's it.
Yep, and we can't rent anything in the next month anyways.
Well, of course not. MiniCon's like in Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so coordinator updates, Anime Detour. That's you, Professor X.
Yeah, well, we just closed pre-registration Sunday, so we'll be getting pre-registration badges printed during that time, and then we'll have at the door registrations. Otherwise, like you mentioned, panel submissions closed the 31st. A lot of the work now is working on, like I know Dave's department is working on the programming grid and all the times involved in that. And then a lot of the work is centered around getting everything funneled towards the themes department so they can get everything laid out in the program guide so that can get to the so that can get proof and printer on time so that we can receive that back on time. IT is working with Sketch, so that we'll be using that as our version of the app this year. So that will complement the physical program guide, and just a lot of other things behind the scenes, finalizing tech contracts and things for the industry mixer. There was a walkthrough. We'll have a few, maybe at least another one of those. I know there's a few departments that weren't able to attend that still want to see some of their spaces. so they can better plan things that they might need before the con. But a lot of the big pieces are in place. There's still a little bit to go. Like Dave said, there's a lot of excitement. We're ready to get back after 2 years. So that's kind of where everything's at, unless there's any questions.
As I don't have any questions because I was at the meeting on Sunday, but does anybody else on the board or on chat have a question for Anime Detour, our prime function? Thank you very much, Troy, for reporting into the board. I will also be contacting you about as your underling in a few hours or days. So I'll be there. Yeah, no, it's not. Anyway, section for charities. I've been talking to Stephanie Wyman about Hennepin County possibility asking for money again. Again, she understands whether we are whatever the situation is for finance. So they're not going to like pull the plug on the Mango Library, except they reduce the hours. But so that's still in negotiations. We also received an email from Awesome. Awesome is now looking to begin events and want our actual volunteer hours. I'm inclined to say I can advertise for volunteer hours like Cale used to do when he was head of charities. They have not asked for money, and I'm good with that. So if we can volunteer our hours until we are where we are supposed to be, okay, that came out wrong, because that starts rumors.
Where we would like to be.
Where would we like to be? Thank you. Where would we like to be? Then we can start considering that more. Other than that, I have nothing to report on the charity's location. Now we'll go to Communications and Sos. That'll be this guy.
It's pretty much the same. We haven't gotten any new, nothing new for social media or anything. The only couple of messages we got was a couple of people who decided to message ATC regarding detour registration stuff. So I directed them to the right place. And otherwise, everything else is just kind of sitting and waiting like usual.
Okay, so you're done?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to take a little detour here because I have an inquiry, because Sin from Minnesota Furs has arrived. Did you have stuff for the board, or am I reading your mask wrong?
You're reading my mask.
Okay. So I didn't know if you had something for the board that you wanted to, and you're just a little bit late. Sorry,
True, yeah.
just checking.
Somebody yell at us.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Tristan. Let's go to Kim. Can you give us a financial report, please?
I can. I feel like I'm just a broken record every month with nothing exciting to tell everybody. But,
One more month.
well, I mean, things are looking good. So right now, the banking account is a nice, pretty healthy $244,234.60. We are pretty close to having all of the income in to cover all of the expenses. We're about $5,000 shy right now, which I expect we will obtain through AtCon registrations. That's not very many people, that's like 50 people. So I fully expect to have that and a lot more, and so then we will start building the base for the years to come and charitable giving. The education fund currently sits at $25,0868, and the leg account is at $13,781.95. All the financials went out on Sunday, so I didn't hear any questions about them or anything. So I'm assuming everybody looked at them and nobody had any questions. The 990, I did not hear from anybody other than Tristan and Dave saying that they were good with the draft that was done. So I did forward that back over to Acacia at Accounting Angel for her to finalize, which I expect she hasn't done yet, but she should have done here in the next couple of days, in which she'll obtain both mine and Dave's signature on the Minnesota Attorney General form and all of that will get finalized electronically. It is due on the 15th, so we have just about a week to get everything done. Usually there's no issues. I do need to have some approval and something in the notes on the board that the board did review the 990, because Dave and I are going to sign a document that says that the board is good with this document as it is. So,
Okay. Do you mind if I step in here?
absolutely.
So, board members, have you reviewed the 5500?
990.
Okay, sorry.
That's our other world, 5,500.
Sorry, that's my other job about this. Have you reviewed the 990? Yep.
I have.
Okay.
I have, yes.
Hatora?
Yes,
Have you reviewed the 990?
I have not.
Okay.
Well, we do have still.
We do have, okay. Do you have an objection, Hatora, for voting on it right now, even though you haven't
I
reviewed it?
don't.
Okay. Then I would like to put forward a moment. I'm having a moment. I would like to put forward a motion to approve the 990 and have Kim and myself sign it. Do I have a second?
Then one second.
Okay. All in favor, please signify by aye.
I
Aye.
don't know if
All-
you can see me way over here.
What?
Okay,
We can see it.
all right, great.
Oh yeah, it's a umbrella
Oh,
thing.
a wide.
Everyone against, nay? Any abstentions?
I think Troy's trying to raise his hand.
Yes.
Kidding.
What? You're not?
No, she
No,
was.
she-
Oh,
she
okay.
was
I was
kidding.
making
You got me. Good job.
All right, great.
Anyway, so that's passed. That is passed.
Okay.
So then next would be return to Kim, and so she
All
can.
right, so then once I do have those forms, I will, I'll work with Kevin. Hopefully he will be willing to push it onto the website for us. And then that will be that. This next week, we do have some big expenses that are gonna start coming out of the bank account. Obviously, it's that time. So this next week, I will be making a payment to the Hyatt at $20,500 for down payment on the convention, as agreed in our contract. Outside of that, then most of the other expenses will all come at the convention. So everything looks good. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Does any questions in chat, Allie? Nope. Okay. And I remind chat to send me send it the email so I can confirm that on my. We can confirm that you were here. Okay. So are you done?
I am, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kim. Steps. I'm going to add some stuff here. I should have added to the agenda, but I'm a little busy with programming right now. So, review the rental policy terms and selling equipment proposal. Troy, have you finished reviewing that and setting it up, or are you still a little behind because of your understandable accent? I think you're muted.
I'm still a little behind, having just gotten out of the hospital, but also I think that I don't want to say table it, but I think we have a little bit of time. Like I said, I don't think there's a number there. We aren't really able to rent to events now that we're getting close to Detour. So it might be something that we might want to maybe put on the agenda for after Detour. So after we get over kind of the largest event, and then I think it feels like we could probably take a deeper dive into it at that point, since so many of us are heavily involved in the planning of Detour. It might be rough to give that topic the consideration it deserves.
Is April or May a better fit?
Yeah, I would say April. April.
Okay. If you could, while you're acting kind of agenda maker, please put it on the thing for April.
Yes, I
And
will move
we'll
it
talk
that way.
about that anyway. Does anybody object to that?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask for a formal vote, I'm just gonna acknowledge to the record that nobody had an objection to it. Okay, renaming the leg fund for better recognition. So right now it's the Lorne Eganan Community Fund, but it's been brought up that leg fund confuses outsiders and people who may want to give to it. I've talked to everybody and I think it's a good idea to do that, but the community fund is a better understanding name. But did anybody among the board have a different idea?
No, I think just dropping the leg part of it will be more than helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the ATC Community Fund, I think.
ATC Community Fund, MA Twin Cities Community Fund. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, John, are you good with that? You have an idea on a proposal?
ATC Community Fund is good for me. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else that would better describe it, really.
Right, that's why I was checking. How about you two? You good?
I was thinking the same one,
I mean,
so
we
I'm
can do that,
good.
just call it the Con Party Fund.
Con Party Fund?
No,
Okay,
I will object.
who wants to get him? Never mind. And Troy and Hatura, you're good? Or do you have any ideas?
No,
Okay,
good with that.
then I will put up for a motion that we rename the Lorne Ganan Community Fund to the Anime Twin Cities Community Fund. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
To
Okay,
the actual words out or just to ATC?
well, actual words out.
Okay.
But we can abbreviate it with speaking to ATC because ATC still conjures ideas of anime Twin Cities because NATC.
It
stuff
is,
like
I just want to make sure that when I formally name it, that's.
yeah, I think anime Twin Cities spelled out is more formal sounding
Okay, that's
and
perfectly
official.
fine with me.
Okay, we have a second. Everyone in favor, please say aye or raise your hands.
Hey,
Anyone against? Any abstentions? No, the motion passes.
Excellent.
Okay, so while I was at the extra stuff, while I was at the meeting on Sunday, it came to our attention on a convention level for Troy's level, not ATC's level, that there have been incidents of people pretending to represent Anime Detour and making opinions or policy decisions online. That is Troy's situation to handle and his executive staff. However, that got me the idea because I know that Anime Twin Cities, the board, has its own social media. That's run by you, right? Okay.
yes.
Do we have any problem with that one?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That's all I wanted to inquire specifically because I want to make sure that we keep that separation in because for there, but I also don't want to drop something that's happening to us that's also happening at Anime Detour.
Yeah, no, we don't really have many issues with that, especially with everything being kind of metaphorically dead right now, as it were. The only times we've had any issues, Troy, you're sideways. Never. The only hiccups we've had is, like I said, the last week or so with registration coming to a close. For some reason, a handful of people have decided to message the ATC social media pages instead of the Anime Detour social media pages, to which they were ever so politely corrected and redirected.
Good.
Back to me, but still.
Also, okay, thank you. I'm done with that topic. Did you have any other ideas on that topic? Are we good with that? Okay. If there are no objections, I'll pursue. Pursue? Go for it, yes. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so, hey, Troy, remember when we came up that document for, candidates? Remember that candidate form we came up? So we have a new way of doing things? Did we have dates on that? Because my copy doesn't have dates. Like, after the convention, before the election, how many days beforehand? Because
No,
we
I
have-
don't think, I don't think that we set up sort of a date calendar on that. I think it was just the process itself. So, you know, that might have been an oversight.
Okay, then what I will do is come up with the dates for the March 9th meeting. Because we have one candidate announced already, and I want to start, I'm going to do a better job at the staff meetings to remind people about running, but I want to have dates for them for the next time. Okay, I know that we're in the middle of convention work, but I think we can get that taken care of. So I'll have dates for the election process.
We have a meeting on the 19th.
The 19th?
Staff meeting.
Don't we have a staff meeting also on March 10th?
Most likely, yeah. We'll have
Okay.
another, we'll have one.
Yeah,
No.
I think there's 2 left.
Nope.
Okay.
March 10th is a Thursday. The next staff meetings
Yeah, there-
are February 19th, 27th,
Yeah, there's one on March 6th, that might be the one you're thinking of.
Right, I'm sorry.
And then
I thought
the
she
6th.
said March 19th, and I was going, yeah, that's a big one, but
Sorry.
I'm-
the 8th is the last board
Sorry.
meeting between now and the convention.
I spent 10 hours sending out emails for panel confirmations. My mind's a little,
Understandable.
this is your mind on Thunderbird. Anyway,
And if
that's a mail program, people, okay? It's a mail program. What?
I was just saying, if you would like, I can draft up a little bit of wordage for some sort of advertising email to remind the people of the requirements with which you need to meet to be a candidate or cast your own vote.
Well, okay, wait till I get the dates set out, and then you can do so.
Oh yeah, no. I just meant write something up so that you can slap it on it and read it, or send that off as part of the email.
Okay,
This would not necessarily be date specific, but requirements like you have to be a member of ATC
Right.
with so much attendance and those things.
right, sure. And I'm going to have people, well, I had said contact me, but sometimes I guess people need more instructions on how to do so. So I'm going to do that. You can write that up, you can send it in, I can attach it to my emails. The chat, do we have anybody who has any questions in chat? Okay, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to go to the other board members. Does anybody have any other topics to bring up?
None for the open meeting.
Okay,
I don't think so.
anything in chat?
Nothing in chat.
Then we're going to give it
Anything from Sid?
anything from Sid?
Well, I'm sorry, I was delayed by the train. We started at 6:30 and we're going through the agenda this fast, or did I have the wrong time?
No, we started
No, we
6:30.
started at 6:30.
Okay.
But there's not a lot to talk about right now. I'll explain that in a second if you want off screen, but we're good.
There was something in the agenda about talking about parties, so that's. really-
About what?
Parties. These are what I saw in my email.
No, we have an agenda right here. We
I have
don't-
the agenda I sent out on Sunday. The review of the rental policy, the renaming of the leg fund.
Oh,
They're the only 2 things on the agenda.
unless I grabbed the wrong one. Hang on, let me check.
No, it's the same one on the website. So what did you want to speak about?
I just came to hear if there was talk about room parties or anything that's building.
Room parties would actually be Anime Detour rather than the Anime Twin Cities, so we would not have any say on that. However, I'm sure if you want to contact Troy would gladly, if you had questions about that. Troy is the chairman of Anime Detour and would have information regarding that. I know there's some questions.
Must have looked at the wrong email or something.
Okay, I'm sure there's
It's no
some
big
questions
deal.
about anyway.
The only exception-
I could have inadvertently typed something in my sleep that I didn't know about.
Okay.
I've been quite sleepy lately. Sleep deprived would be the words.
Anything, Alan?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
No.
Well, since everything has
Favorite
been
here.
covered and we moved one item to April, I motion that we adjourn this meeting. May I have a second, please? Can I see the other people?
I'll second, because Tristan always seconds.
Okay.
I'm putting my name on something.
Okay. If second by Kim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against, say nay. It passes unanimously. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending the Anime Twin Cities February board meeting. So adjourned.